All right. Go Pack all day. Are you a Ravens fan? Absolutely. It's called Rivalry Sports, brother. Ravens Orioles. For those of you that didn't get it, there you go. Orioles. So we're going to talk about that, and we're going to talk about the Orioles in the MLB Draft here. And so, what's going on this week in the draft? So, I think the high school players this year are really good in a lot of drafts. I think there is a little bit of a closer of a gap between one. I think everybody's talking about Ethan Holiday, which is fine, but I think it is a little bit of a closer of a gap with that. Yes, I know how to pronounce it now. There you go. So we want to go ahead and talk about these players in the MLB draft because it reminds me to go back to the 2004 drafts. I think like where the three quarterbacks were there. So we talk about Eli Manning, Phillip Rivers, and Ben Roethlisberger. They were all everybody was talking more about Eli Manning because of the pedigree and all of those stuff. But the gap really, when we saw their careers and we saw them in the draft, wasn't that much. I think you kind of have that here in the baseball draft with the high school players. I think for as much as everybody's talking about Ethan Holiday and is really spouting on Ethan Holiday, I think it's pretty close, I think, in terms of the players in the draft. So last week we talked about the College World Series. So this week, okay, so let's talk about it. So good group of high school players. You're going to get some pictures that's going to get picked here. So this group here is going to be guys that Orioles may look at. I think this will be in the range, low first round guys like that. Brandon Doherty, flamethrower from the high school in Chapel Hill, California. I definitely has these guys are flamethrowers here as well. So Doherty, I think, is going to be. I like him. I think maybe higher. I think I probably have him higher than I've seen in a lot of other places as well. But Braylon Doherty is going to be. He was very good in the futures game. Top 10, about 19 years old, so he's older. I think you can definitely put him in the minor leagues. Outfielders, you see a lot of now. Different now when you talk about a lot of these young prospects. A lot of them are outfielders compared to in years past as well. He's done some hitting. He is a right-handed pitcher. I think they're going to look at him as pitcher as well. Shane Caldwell from Valley View in California. You y'all listen to Dodger Jason talk about how good baseball in California is. And Slade Caldwell, I think, is one of those guys here as well. So outstanding prospect as well. Definitely think he's in the top 10. Really been moving up boards. I know the Diamondbacks are really looking at him. A lot of teams are looking at him as well. Definitely good size. He's about six. Well, I keep forgetting he's 5'9". he kind of looks taller than the way he stands at the plate. So let's scratch that. But I definitely think that's one is as well. Definitely going to be in the top 10. Theo Gillen from Westlake High School. Theo Gillen, I think, is going to be. Now we're talking about what I was talking about when the stream started. Here is the group of guys that are in this group of the young players, that are in this group of the young shortstops as well. So definitely keep that in mind. There's a lot of really good young shortstops in this group. Also, you talk about Wyatt Stanford from Independence High School in Texas. It's definitely another one here as well. Wyatt Stanford, definitely a guy. Sorry about that. So definitely huge prospect coming up here as well. High school player. None of these guys is going to spend a lot of time in the minor leagues. They're just not. So some of these guys, depending on where they get drafted, I think they may spend. But this is kind of going to be in the Orioles' range here of guys. I do think most likely, and we know Mike Elias loves these MLB offensive players more than pitchers. I think we need to get some. I think we need to look at the pitching, but he definitely likes a lot of these minor league players. A lot of these guys. All right, let's do. Yeah, I got it. Okay, so Ryan Sloan is there. That's number 5. That's number 6. Wrong side. Okay. So here we go. So these are the guys for sure that are going to be super high in the draft. So I don't think the Orioles are necessarily going to have a shot at a lot of these here, but I do think these are guys that are definitely going to go early in the draft. I'd be surprised if any one of these went past 15, 20. Past the Orioles, I guess we'd have a shot at it if it's 15. But I think like past that, I don't think the Orioles are going to have it. Kurt Schoolcraft, Elk City, Oklahoma. So he's used to playing in hot weather. Flamethrower, throws extremely hard. You talk about a guy. It's definitely when you have a guy that throws this hard and he throws the left hand, there's definitely a guy that teams are absolutely going to look at here early. Seth Hernandez is definitely drawing a lot of attention here. It's a rule that you don't want to pick high school pitchers, this high right-handed pitchers high. Seth Hernandez is going to break that. Seth Hernandez is going to be a guy from that school in Corona, California. I think like he's definitely going to be a guy that a team is going to take early. No question about it. I'd be very surprised. He's definitely got some work to do. Pitchers, again, it's a little bit tougher to get pitchers. This is why some teams stay away from him. But I think Seth Hernandez is definitely going to be taken early. These 3 shortstops, I think, are terrific. You can pick your poison. This is Manning, Rivers, and Roethlisberger right here. Eli Wiltz, the Fort Cobb Braxton, Oklahoma high school. Wilt, I think he is you can argue he's the most complete of the group in ways, even though I have number 3. I think one is more of one thing, but this guy has a lot of physical tools, has a lot of physicality to him, has a lot of those things, but I think he also has the good baseball skill, good defensively, impressive. Not quite as good defensively as the top 2, but I think that was the one thing. But a good all-around guy, definitely going to be taken high. A lot of good shortstops as well. Billy Carlson, I love Billy Carlson. I think this is just tools. When you take a high school guy, you definitely want to take tools. 5 tools in a game. Hit for power, run, field, throw. Billy Carlson, absolutely, of all this group, has the most tools. Actually like him at shortstop. Has that Sean meter, the old Sean Dunston, actually rocket throwing arm. So I think outstanding stuff from him to actually throw the baseball. So I really like Billy Carlson. Tools all as well, but you got to like Ethan Holiday because of the fact father was a great major league player. Brother currently is a good major league player as well. And Ethan Holiday, I think this is the sure bet. He's definitely a good hitter. He's hit all through his high school career. Great size. Is he a third baseman? I think that's probably where he lands. I do think he could play his whole career at shortstop, though. I think I've kind of heard, well, you're going to put him at third. You have to put him at third. I'm not so sure about that you have to put him at third as well. So interesting to see that as well. But I think these are the ones here that you're going to have here early in the draft as well. The high school players, you're definitely going to have that this weekend when we have the MLB draft. There you go. So MLB draft is this weekend. So we'll definitely go ahead and check that out as well. So definitely do that. So definitely check out us Sunday night. Definitely check out the draft this weekend. A lot of good stuff going on for all you sports media guys that want to say it's the dead too. And there's nothing going on. You're not watching the MLB. So definitely check it out because there's a lot going on right now in the MLB. So definitely, we're going to go ahead and get squared away too as well. We're going to go ahead and get to the Orioles here in a second.
I don't know if I can do this. I'm in the hotel room. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna have to do.
Just taking a look at sports media news here real quick, see if there's anything worth.
So can I stay here though? Like, can I stay in this room?
Reportedly, MLB. Reportedly MLB and ESPN are resuming negotiations. I don't buy that. I don't buy that for a second as well. Real quick, since I have a few seconds, I'm usually pushing the gun a little bit for that. So definitely driving to the top productions. So definitely the stream on Sunday is definitely driving to the top productions. What a great group of guys that have allowed me to go ahead and stream with them and work with them. So I'm very grateful for that opportunity as well. All my numbers that went up, all the collaboration and everything like that. So thank you guys for allowing me. Thank you for all the Facebook groups that allow me, like Purple City Nation, We Bleed Purple, all the groups here, official Orioles group, all those guys that allow me to go ahead and every day annoy them with my Orioles content and Ravens content as well. So I want to thank all of you guys for that while I have a minute here to thank you. So I'm appreciative of that, and I'm appreciative of the fact that we have been growing and moving our business here, and we are grateful to have our fourth football season coming forward. I can't believe it myself. You know, believe sometimes too that you can change things for yourself. All I see is people on TikTok crying, "I lost my job," and all, and then not to be insensitive, but you can also start to do things with yourself and do things with your life that maybe you couldn't do before. So I think that's definitely a side to try this out and try some new things out and definitely do that. Find out what you're good at, find out what you're passionate about, and get that squared away. All right. Orioles Report. So Orioles moves this week have been crazy. It's been craziness with the Orioles, that all the stuff that has went on. So let's definitely check this out here as well. Last Wednesday, I don't think I got a chance to talk about the DFA Matt Bowman. It's been just up and down. It's ridiculous. Jose Barrero, they agreed to a terms on minor league contract. Keegan Aiken, who's been really good this year, got placed on a 15-day DL, retroactive to July 1st. In the process of that, selected the right-handed contract of Corbin Martin from Norfolk, and also to recall Yadier Cano is back. So sent him down. Now he's back. Cano's been good too since he's been back. So that's good. Optioning Dylan Carlson on Thursday to Norfolk. Odd man out. I think Carlson's been good enough to stay, but I think it's the odd man out. I think they got so many outfielders. I argue he's earning his spot, but they're just not going to just get rid of Tyler O'Neill, at least not yet. So somebody had to go. I think they sent him to Norfolk. Tyler O'Neill, since you brought it up, is back. 10-day DL. Matt Bowman actually was, and Emmanuel Rivera were again sent outright to Norfolk. Tanner Houck and Machado Yoshida were sent to Portland on rehab as well. So Tyler O'Neill's back. Basically, that's what you get out of that. Tyler O'Neill has actually played fairly well in his time back. Just got to keep Tyler O'Neill healthy. I think he's a good enough player. I think people more down on him than maybe what it is, but definitely down on him. Oh, yes. Let's talk about Alex Jackson. Alex Jackson was acquired from the New York Yankees in exchange for bonus pool space and player to be named later and good old cash considerations. Listen, I want to see Sam Basayo as much as all of you guys. We're going to keep waiting. I will say, though, we're not as fans ridiculous here. I've never seen this. You got the number one prospect in your organization at AAA, and they haven't brought him up when there have been 5 guys at his position on IL. I can't remember that. Somebody in the comments, I know Kenny's a football guy, but somebody tell me how that happens. How you got a guy with 5, how you have a prospect, and not just a prospect or double A, obviously, that makes sense. But like a triple A number 1 prospect, have 5 guys at his position, and you don't bring him up. I've never seen that before. They're not going to rush him. Slow walk the prospects. I don't think it's service time or anything. I think at this point in the season, I don't think that's what it is. I do think they are not going to rush him, and that's the answer you're going to get. Tony Mazzolino the other day said they didn't even talk about it. I can't understand how you can have that. They've actually acquired a guy they didn't even have the Yankees who they didn't even want. I haven't seen him even on the Yankees this year, Alex Jackson. I'm just assuming he was in AAA. So, again, I hear you. I hear your frustration with Basayo. I think I'd like to see him as well. I hear you. Orioles sent Luis Castillo outright to the Ties. We all got excited. We thought it was the Luis Castillo from the Mariners. It's a different guy. He's not even getting a shot, so it's unfortunate. Grayson Rodriguez, I think I have that misspelled, threw a bullpen session last week in Atlanta, and he hasn't progressed to facing live hitters yet. So shout out to Jake Rill. I did ask him on Twitter, what's going on with Grayson? Uber quiet. He hasn't had surgery I haven't heard about. He hasn't had anything. Nobody's saying anything. Jake, thank you. For giving the Orioles fans here at River Sports something, because I don't know what to tell people. Like, is he having surgery? Is he coming back? There's no timetable. There's nothing on Grayson. I don't think he's had surgery. I don't think. So what's going on? Why isn't he in a picture? So it's been really quiet on him as well. I do see progress with other ones. I think he mentioned also to Adley starting to do some stuff. Bradish starting to do some stuff. Bradish may be on a rehab assignment pretty soon. It's great news. So, but Grayson is nothing. No news at all. Ryan O'Hearn was the only one that made the All-Star game. Jackson Holiday, Felix Bautista were also the strongest possibilities. Bautista, I could see it. He didn't make it. I could see that too. Same with Jackson. I think Jackson would have been a better choice because I think for the fans, I think a lot of people would love to see a Jackson Holiday in the All-Star game, a young prospect, a young phenom like him in the Holiday. But Ryan O'Hearn, I think, well deserved. I think he's been clearly the best DH in the American League. Cool that the fans voted in. Wonder what if he would have happened had he not gotten voted in. Interesting to see. Who's playing well? Jordan Westberg, Trevor Rogers, Andrew Kittredge. Kittredge has been back and has been better than what we anticipated. He's been good. The bullpen has been solid lately. I think they've been getting better starts. The bullpen, I think, overall has been better. Trevor Rogers has been terrific. I don't know where this has been. I didn't have a clue this was coming, but he's been fantastic. And Westy, I think, has been good. Westy is really good. Just got to keep him on the field. Keep him healthy. There's no problems really with Westy. Brian Baker is not coming, is kind of struggled for the first time this season. So not too worried about it. He's been really good, giving up some runs, but a little bit. Sagano, I said this and I've been saying this. I think we're at the point now where Japanese pitchers, they have a half a year where they're really good. Not that he's not any good or can't figure this out, but early they look really good because you don't know them, right? They haven't figured it out yet. They don't know what he does. They don't have his tendencies. That's the advantage a lot of these guys have early, okay? And so now that's gone. That's no longer the case. So now teams have kind of more got his tendencies. Gunnar, I'm sorry, I'm just not impressed with Gunnar so far. I know he's got 10 home runs. His average is decent. He was like 182, I think, this week. Gunner's not driving the ball. Gunner is getting some hits. I see him a lot. First hit of the game, early in the first inning, he gets a single, and then that's it. No, got to see more from Gunnar as well. This week, Miami Marlins are going to play in Camden Yards. We talked about that. We're going to cap that on Sunday and the All-Star game. I don't think there are any games until next week. So by the time we see you next time, we're going to be talking about the new series, Player of the Week, our guy, I think the linchpin, I think the biggest joy of this rough season that we've had is for me watching Jackson Holliday grow right before us. So that has been awesome to actually see Jackson Holliday, this player, grow right before us as well. So